Hello. Okay, so this video, I'm talking about the pyramid's journey. Okay? Pretty much, and I know I talk about a lot of like kind of out of, conventional ideas, but I want people to understand something. The pyramid's journey is a societal structure program. Okay? It is what almost all foundations of companies is built upon. Okay? But in terms of wealth, I'm using it like this. Alright? We live in a world where a majority of the world are poor. Okay? Probably 80+% of people are poor. Okay? That means that majority of people in this world are in the bottom pyramid. They're in the bottom pyramid. Majority of people in this world. Okay? Then, let's make it a little bit bigger actually. Majority of people in this world don't have much money, is in debt, can't really do anything themselves, have to pretty much live a less than free life. Constantly working, vacation once a week. Once every few years. These people really struggle to maintain their existence, okay? Then, this is more of the middle class, okay? This is where you have people who make a good amount of living. You know, they don't have to worry about like house, they can go eat decent food, they can go on vacation, they can explore the world, okay? Then you have the rich. These people, they can't go buy a jet and they can't go like do crazy things like own a private island, but these people are rich enough to not have to face the inequalities of freedom of the middle class or of this percent. They don't have to work too hard. They can truly just, live life. Then in the very top, you have filthy rich. These people buy islands, buy planes, do crazy things. And what's even crazier is, and these people really can isolate themselves from reality and build whatever reality they want within the world, okay? Now you would think, this pyramid, okay, well, it's, that's it? No. There was an invisible pyramid. It's invisible. It's invisible. And they have different characteristics of it being invisible, okay? The people at the bottom, they're not fighting just to stay alive, just to like, okay, I want to get here and here and here. These people are not fighting to climb. They're fighting to not fall off the pyramid. They're fighting to not become homeless, to not have enough food for their children or themselves. They are not fighting to get better. They are fighting from death, starvation, terrible life quality. This is what most people are in this world. It's really messed up that we live in a world where it's a societal structure where most people are at the bottom fighting to not better their lives, but rather to not fall off. And if they could better it, that's great, but really this is fear mindset, survival mode, okay? All right. Then also fighting to not fall in poverty-stricken world. You feel me? That's the invisible what's going on. And then when it gets to rich and filthy rich, and this is the invisible top of the pyramid. These are people who have so much money that they can really change the foundation of the world, but they really don't. That's what the top, completely rich. And these two invisible things are just, for the rich and filthy rich, it's just really like trying to maintain their lifestyle in a way, right? Okay. But what's really important is that the pyramid's journey is a systematic structure of human beings, of how they are organized, categorized, and expected in this world. It's how people get rich. It's how people sustain businesses and sustain the structure. Sadly, the structure in itself is designed to keep people at the bottom. Why? Because if you didn't have the foundation of the pyramid, you wouldn't be able to get to the middle class, rich, you wouldn't be able to get here. It wouldn't be possible. You need this foundation. You need the majority of people working, doing the low jobs, or the top of the pyramids couldn't exist. You need them to be the structure and foundation of holding. This is why the masses, which is mostly here, are stronger and they outpopulate the middle class, rich, filthy rich, and higher. Not because not everybody can be rich or middle. It's just really because if everybody became middle class, the foundation would fall. If everybody became rich, the foundation would fall. If everybody was filthy rich, the foundation would fall. The structure in itself would fall, okay? So in a sense, the pyramid's journey, the structure itself of entry-level position, middle, assistant manager, manager, general manager, it all falls under the pyramid's journey. It's a structure, it's a pyramid structure designed to keep majority of people working and keeping the foundation alive and strong for the rich, the middle class, and super rich, okay? Now, this is what I find funny. Years ago, you used to be able to work a minimum wage job and have a decent lifestyle. Not anymore, okay? It's that as we evolved and as more money became accessible, more ways of making money easy became accessible, okay? Easy money. So, what are some things keeping people on the pyramid journey, on the bottom class, okay? This is how, what are things in this reality that are taking our attention of getting from the bottom to getting to a higher class? Because sadly, this is just the structure we're born. We can't tear down the structure. The whole lives of everything is based on the structure. But what we can do is, for the people who's willing to listen, they can start understanding how they're staying at the bottom, okay? And realize it and take actions to better themselves, okay? Gambling, okay? Gambling is probably one of the worst things somebody at the bottom could do, because they're taking all their hard work money to try to get more money just so they can have a better existence. Most of the time it doesn't work. It's a trap. Most people aren't going to get rich from gambling. Maybe a few people do. And that's the trap, because out of 1 out of a million, one person hits the big time 15 million, and all these other people think it can be them. The possibility exists for everybody, but the actuality is that majority of people will stay within the boundaries of the low struggle of the pyramid. They won't be able to grow from it. And even if they do get some money from it, you're not creating skills, lifelong skills that's going to get you out. You're just creating short temporary existence. That's why some people win the lottery and they be broke again, because they don't have the necessary skills and mindset to stay rich. So gambling is terrible. Loans and credit, absolutely terrible. Keeps you there. Hey, I'm in debt myself right now, 100%. You know, I really just try to help my family and people around me and went in debt for others, but I was doing fine. But loans and credit, pretty much trying to live a life that you're not ready for will keep you at the low journey of the pyramid. These are traps. pyramid traps, because you're taking out loans that keeps you working hard, so you don't have enough time to focus on gaining these skills. So you are creating difficulties for yourself. Gambling, loans and credit, video games, fast food, and entertainment. I'm gonna tell you something. In Rome, when there was no more food, they were in a food shortage, and the king knew that his people was starving, and he said, "Well, I have an idea. I'll just host gladiator games. If I can't feed their stomach, I'll feed their minds with entertainment." So while the kids are starving and they're in a bad situation, the king says, "Well, I'll just give them this. It's not going to really help them, but it'll take their mind off their destruction and their downfall." This is what video games, fast food, and entertainment does. When you watch TV instead of working on yourself, when you play video games and work on a reality that's not this reality, you're not progressing here. And in fast food, literally destroys your physical capabilities. And you need to be strong, tenacious, and moving forward with a clear, healthy body to do that. If you feel too bad in this physical human, human body we have, you're not going to have the energy to get from the bottom of the pyramid to way better. It takes a lot of energy to really change your reality. You have to do a lot of multifaceted things, okay? Period. If you play, I'm not saying you can't have a burger. You can't watch a TV show. You can't play some video games. You can't go gamble, and you can't use some loans or credit. Sad thing is, they know that most people that deal with these certain aspects will fall. Enough people will fall and continue to stay within the pyramid's journey than people who are strict and who are determined enough to not let these things stop them. So some people can overcome the traps, but most people can't. Most people cannot overcome these traps. Most people cannot overcome certain aspects. Most people cannot overcome cigarettes to addiction by themselves. And they are in such a negative and poor reality that they can't go and get the help they need. So this is what the structure is betting against. It's betting against that people will keep doing things like doing things that comfort them rather than help them. They do things that makes them okay with their messed up situation rather than progress and better the situation. They are hoping that you play video games rather than work on yourself. They are hoping that you eat McDonald's and Burger King and all these fast food places excessively, so you don't have the power and energy to go do other things. They hope you watch and binge TV all day so you can just chill out and not do anything. They hope you gamble your life savings away, and they hope you take out so much loan and credit that you don't have the possibility, that you're spending so much time paying that off that you don't have the effort to spend in growing yourself. Because if too many people grow and better themselves from the bottom of the pyramid, there would be no foundation for the top, middle of the pyramid, okay? What happened? If there was no poor class or low class, then the middle class would be the foundation. And then, you see what I'm saying? That the structure itself has created certain elements and aspects to keep people, to stunt people's growth and keep them in a state of despair, negativity, fear-based. They can never grow out of that mentality. I'm not attacking the structure itself, because this structure is that's what it is. This is what it is. So I'm not really saying I'm not for it or against it. I'm saying I'm here, and these are the difficulties of this system and reality, and I want others to be aware of it, okay? Aware of what the structure in itself. I don't really say the people are the enemy, but I will say one thing. If this structure creates our own enemy. Meaning that if there's someone who went from poor to rich, because they did it, now that they're in a place of power and they can ultimately do something about it, you have to understand, they only gain this much power, influence, and money, you climbing up this very system. So they use the system itself, the structure itself, to become rich. So why would they now turn and go against the same structure that they're benefiting from? So what I'm saying is that even the people who are put in power isn't really going to do too much because they're using this structure to better themselves. And the people who don't have power wants to change it, well, they don't have the power to do it. That's the messed up thing with this structure. That the very people that could help benefits from it. And the people who want change, they don't benefit from it, but don't have the power to do nothing to it. Tough situation. Now, what I want to say is everyone's in the pyramid's journey. It's a very structure of, it's a superiority structure. I want to put that. It's a superiority structure where most people, where it's literally designed to say, if you work hard, you can make it to the top. No, you can't. That's a lie. It's a delusion. It's another trap. If it's maybe long ago, but now no. There's too many things that if you work hard, all you gotta do is get in an accident, get cancer, and that's great. I'm about to go to it. Let's say you work really hard and you become middle class. You 75 to 100K. I got my degree. I'm doing great. Middle class. All right. Okay. Let's say it. Okay. This is so amazing because people at the top who has rose to the top of this pyramid, they wasn't satisfied with taking all the low class money. The structure itself and the people within this structure was like, we want money from the middle class too. How do you do that? Loans, medical bills, taxes, mortgages, car loans, and family expectations. The system all creates itself in a way. Middle class, if you're middle class, you have a certain expectations of life. You want a wife, you want a kid, or you want to live a good experience. You're going to probably take out loans for that house or for that nice car. You're not going to want a normal bummy car. You didn't work that hard to get to that place in your life to just get a bummy. No, you want loan. You want things that may go outside your expectations, aka outside what you can pay for, but you know you can pay for it. So you get loans. When bad things happen, oh, well, I make enough money and I got medical bills and I'll cover them. Taxes, oh, damn, tax, they hit. You know, that's tough, but I can afford them. Then you get hit with mortgages. Then you get hit with car loans. Then you get hit with family expectations of marriage, of assistance, of helping others in your family who are in need. These things take a huge toll on the middle class. You may think that you're middle class and you're doing better than the lower class, but no, because if you're in the middle class or you're in the low class of the pyramid structure, if you stop working, you're doomed. If you stop working as middle class, you couldn't afford that house, that car. You couldn't pay it out with cash. You got to take out loans. That's what most middle class and low class people, they take out loans. They pay mortgages. They have family expectations. These are the examples. So if you stop working in the middle class or in the low class, at half pyramid or low pyramid, you fall to the brink of homelessness. You fall. You have to keep working. That is the trap that they put us in. That you have to keep working to maintain this middle class or low class lifestyle. That you won't have enough in savings, middle class or low class. You know, oh yeah, I forgot to say one. Student loan. This is the number one mechanic in this world that has ultimately destroyed the middle class because they're attacking student loans attack the person it attacks the middle class person before they're middle class. Most people middle class come from degrees, okay? Most people come from get a degree and get a middle class job. So they're like, okay, well, we can't attack. They're not gonna fall for all this other stuff. You may get some people who are kind of smart, who are kind of savvy, and to say, well, I don't care about family expectations. Hey, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna live in an apartment. I'm not gonna get an expensive car. Oh well, they can't do no medical bills and taxes. They got them with there. Well, I'm not gonna take all those. You may get people who are pretty savvy, pretty money savvy. So they need a way to get money from a growing maturity and understanding of the new wave of generation. Student loans. We attack them before they get going. Period. You put them $100K in debt, which is absurd. So, one, they can't be too savvy to not do this, to not get in student loans. Most people do it because of expectations of schools and expectations of themselves, okay? Most people are in student loan debt, a high amount. So even with a middle class job, if you have student loans, taxes, medical bills, loans, mortgages, car loan, family expectations, or even half of this stuff, if you fall, if you stop working, if you break your leg, you are falling to the low class or the bottom. If you are the low class of the pyramid's journey, and you stop working, you are falling straight to homelessness. The only people that the pyramid's journey structure truly benefit are the people, that's like a house, but aren't majority of the people. It's only the people who are in the rich, filthy rich, or absurdly rich class. So it's literally, it doesn't benefit the hardworking person because most people are in the middle class or low class. And those people have to work every single day to maintain their lifestyle. And if they stop or something happens to them where they're unable to work, the whole reality and quality of life will come crashing down. Same thing for the low class. That's why the middle class is looking just like the low class. Like even if you work hard and get to a middle class job, no. And how do you become rich? You can't just get that from a degree. You have to create something. You have to do something absolutely amazing in reality to get a whole bunch of money. Not many people are going to get there. When people say everybody can become rich, that's a lie. The structure itself isn't designed for that. So the only people who can stop working, get hurt, and still come back from it and look in a good form will be people who are rich, who have accumulated enough money to where even if something really bad happens, they don't fall from it. They can just chill out and come back even stronger. So that's the pyramid's journey. The middle class and low class are really being attacked by this. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. I'm not attacking the structure itself, but I'm saying people in the middle class and people also in the low class have to be aware of the situation they're in so they can make better decisions and not fall for the agony of never growing and getting better. Okay? I'm not saying, I'm not doomed from the woes of reality. I'm in debt right now. After work, if I stop working, everything I'm doing will come crashing down. But because I'm aware of that, I understand how important it is to make good decisions and not waste my time and and be aware of what's going on. That is the pyramid's journey, guys. Be aware of this stuff. I'm here to help you better your reality. I'm not just here to preach. I talk a lot about source in my videos, and yes, I hold source and praise source. But on a more physical, fundamental level, I'm here for you to better understand reality, better understand your relation to reality so you can make better decisions and not be so plagued by the chaos. That's what I'm here to do. So, that's the pyramid's journey. Don't fall for the trap that's in the pyramid's journey. If you're rich and high, there is no traps, really just whatever you want to do. But the low class and medium class, the people who actually work every day, go to work. I have 2 jobs. I work 64 hours a week. So I can grow and better myself. So it's like, I'm in it with you guys. I'm not speaking upon, looking down at you guys from a place of non-urgency. This is, I'm in this too. So that's the pyramid's journey. If you guys want me to do an extension on this or go really deep into what plagues people or what keeps people within that journey, I'll go into it. and and hopefully you can relate or understand some of it too. But that is the pyramid's journey. We are all on it. This pyramid's journey extends not just from wealth; it extends, entry-level jobs to CEOs. It extends to like pyramid schemes. It extends to, it's really, the pyramid's journey is really a conceptual form of superiority. It's really a conceptual understanding of how superiority is used in different various forms and degrees to base our current existence around wealth, jobs, management, leaders and followers, and et cetera, et cetera. So if you understand the pyramid journey, it's really just understanding superiority and seeing the difference of the hierarchies of the world in different aspects and various forms. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Posting more videos. Boom.